Hello, I'm George Riley, rugby league commentator for the BBC. Pretty fortunate to be so as well for the last few years. No doubt the highlight of my job is getting to commentate on Super League and on the ups and downs of the Leeds Rhinos. There's been ups and downs during Tony Smith's reign. This season has been pretty special. It's had its fair share of downs, but it ended on an ultimate high. And it's been some story for Leeds and for Tony Smith. Well, Tony Smith arrived at the Leeds Rhinos and he knew he had a hard task. He knew he had fans who wanted to see blood, sweat and tears in that blue and amber uniform. And he was a coach arriving at Headingley with a lot of pedigree. You would expect he might need a bit of time to deliver. It didn't work that way. 2004, in Tony Smith's first season, he took the Leeds Rhinos all the way to the grand final and to win the World Club Challenge. Well, after opening the season with victory at Salford, 2 tries for Brent Webb, the first 2 of several in the season. Leeds kicked off their campaign in front of the home supporters here at Headingley against Hull FC. Usually feisty, bloodthirsty affairs these. Never much between the two sides. This one was a tight affair as well. Leeds coming out on top really through the forwards, as I remember, and 3 solid tries. Ryan Bailey grabbing one of the 3. The captain, Kevin Sinfield, going over as well. Ryan Bailey actually celebrated his try as though he'd won the grand final on the first game of the season. Asking him why after that, it was because he'd got his early try in and he knew already that he'd escaped doing the nuddy run, as they say, at the end of the season. Ryan Bailey, a very, very happy man.
Sinfield at dummy half, finds Jamie Jones. Diskin at dummy half, finds Burrow, out for Maguire. Maguire gets Webb coming round the back. Webb with a dummy, Webb looking for the gap. Oh, and he's just brought to ground by Shane McMenemy. Maguire at dummy half, finds Ellis. Ellis for Sinfield, for Diskin. Diskin gets his feet, here's Burrow. Leeds looking for the advantage. Jamie Jones, Toopy for the corner. Lee Smith has scored! Brent Webb at dummy half, finds Peacock. Good barnstorming run from Jamie Peacock. Look for the offload, but just couldn't find it. Diskin at dummy half, finds Ellis, who's done a ton of work in this game so far. Diskin again, finds Rob Burrow, out for Maguire. Maguire pops a short pass for Lawatiti for Brent Webb. Here's a chance for the Rhinos. Sinfield will score! 5 minutes on the clock in the second half, and Kevin Sinfield gets the try for the Rhinos. All comes from the magic of Ali Lawatiti and Brent Webb. What a combination for the Rhinos. The lead skipper was on the inside to take the ball and get over under the post. The kick's on the black dot and Leeds are going to double their lead. Tansey at dummy half, finds Burrow, out for Brent Webb. Webb pops it back into the hands of Jamie Peacock, and Peacock just can't get the arms free. Tansey at dummy half, comes his short side. Tansey gets it out. Somebody's over the line, can't see who it is. Ball's down, and referee Ganson's going to go upstairs. It's Ryan Bailey who's got over the line for the Rhinos. We've gone to the video referee though. Ryan Bailey is the man who thinks he's got the try. It's just a question now of if Bailey's got this football down.
The first big West Yorkshire Super League derby of the season came when the Huddersfield Giants arrived at the Headingley Carnegie, absolutely desperate for a victory. Winless under John Sharp, they hadn't played at all badly, and they didn't in this one at all. Very unfortunate to lose out 16-12 in the end. Leeds' ball players just came out on top. Lee Smith running in a 3rd try in as many games, and a 2nd in as many games for Jamie Jones Buchanan, who would go on to have a season that would yield representative honours.
Diskin at dummy half, finds Burrow, out for Maguire. Maguire gets Webb looping him round the back, out for Senior. Senior, can he get a head of steam on against Stephen Wild? But he goes to ground on the 10-metre line. Donald at dummy half, finds Jamie Jones, out for Bailey. That's gone backwards to Sinfield. Sinfield out of the back door for Burrow. Chance here for the Rhinos. Rob Burrow for the line. Pops it out for Tupi. And that's the first try of the game. With Burrow, who finds Kylie Luluai. Big roll from the south stand. And it's a good run from Kylie Luluai. Gets to the 20-metre line. Diskin at dummy half. Finds Ellis. Ellis with the step. And goes to ground just short of the 10-metre line. Chance for Leeds as Diskin at dummy half. Fires it out for Maguire. Maguire, short pass for Jamie Jones, and Leeds are in, and he's going to go around the post. Jamie Jones Buchanan with the try for the Rhinos. Thackeray fell into that challenge. It did look a little high, but Thackeray did lose his footing as Diskin at dummy half. Finds Webb out for Maguire. Chance here for the Rhinos. Sinfield back on the inside, and it's Sinfield with the break out for Lee Smith. Here's Lee Smith for the corner. Can Lee Smith get there? Yes, he can. 31 minutes on the clock, and it's Lee Smith who gets the try, and there's a little bit of afters going on here. It's all blown up in the corner. Oh, what's going on here? Try's not been awarded yet. Something's gone on.
After coming through in the second West Yorkshire derby of the season at the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats, the Rhinos returned to the Headingley Carnegie Stadium to take on a familiar old face. Harlequins, run by, well, someone who Tony Smith knew pretty well in Brian McDermott, came here keen to turn over his old friends. It didn't turn out that way. Leeds ran out comfortable winners. 2 more tries for Brent Webb and 2 for Danny Maguire, who was just starting to find his feet in this Super League season.
Gets pointed in the right direction from Gaffer, and it's Tupi with a chase, and he's dropped it straight to Maguire, and this is going to be the first try of the night. 7 minutes on the clock, and it's Danny Maguire who goes in for the try, but he's pops it out for Maguire. Here's Ellis. Can Ellis get the hands free? No, he can't. Quick play of the ball's good, it is, and it's Burrow who will look to expose the opportunities from no markers. Last tackle for the Rhinos in Harlequins territory. Diskin finds Maguire, and Maguire's kick has been charged down straight into the hands of Gareth Ellis. Ellis for Diskin, Diskin for Webb. Webb, can he get there? Brent Webb is in! Second try of the night. 10 minutes on the clock. Gets to 10 from the line, and Burrow has got the penalty. Referee Thaler says a Harlequins player has stuck the foot in. I think it was Danny Orr. As Leeds get on with it. Diskin finds Gareth Ellis. Diskin at dummy half, pops it back for Thackeray, and Thackeray is just short. Diskin at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire with the dummy. Maguire with a step. Maguire for number 2. Tansy at dummy half finds Thackeray. Tansy again at dummy half. Goes on his own, looks for runners, gets Maguire. Here's Brent Webb in round the back, long floated ball out for Gibson. Gibson down the sideline, puts the kick inside. Who's going to get there? Brent Webb is, and that's the first try of the second half for the Rhinos.
Then it was into a very, very tricky period for the Rhinos. 2 games back to back at the Grattan Stadium, Odsal against the old enemy, the Bradford Bulls, before coming back here to Headingley to take on Wigan. Leeds snatched a dramatic win over the Bradford Bulls, courtesy of Scotty Donald's last gasp try. I only just got my voice back from that. I think about a month later. It was real drama at the Grattan Stadium. But where Leeds triumphed that week, they came up just short a week later when Wigan, through Phil Bailey, again in the last play of the game, turned over Leeds for a nail-biting defeat at Headingley.
With a long floaty pass, and here's Burgess. Sam Burgess with the break. He's got support inside. Oh, not the best pass. And Kevin Sinfield's there, and Leeds survive.
Thank you very much.
As Brent Webb at dummy half goes on his own. He's now getting the bird from the Bradford crowd after the incident with Harris a moment ago. Maguire at dummy half finds Ryan Bailey. Diskin at dummy half finds Ellis over on the far side. Diskin at dummy half finds Burrow. Here is Maguire. Maguire finds Webb coming round the back, and Webb's found Senior. Senior down the touchline. Only got Platt to beat inside for Donald. What's happened? Donald's over, and the referee's going upstairs. It's a decision for Ashley Klein. Pictures courtesy of our friends at Sky Sports, and Has he got it down? He
Yes,
has.
he has indeed.
There's not a lot, doesn't look to be a lot wrong with
Burrow.
that. Finds Sinfield back for Lauatiti's going up a blind alley at the moment, and Lauatiti goes to ground on the 40-metre line. Here's Diskin at dummy half, Diskin for Peacock. Peacock has popped the ball out
Oh, and
for
Danny
Maguire.
Maguire's.
Danny Maguire's in the clear. He's got Donald on the outside.
No
Donald for
stopping.
the corner will score.
Oh.
And Leeds are going to pinch this game.
Told you.
2.5 minutes left on the clock, and Scott Donald's got his second try for the Rhinos.
Danny Maguire's strength there. That was he's deceptive in his strength. He got out of a tackle there. Bradford should have been holding him for dear life, and he actually pulled his way through. And we've got 2 minutes on the clock. Kick to come. It's going to be wound down to about a minute,
If that, yeah.
and we're going to get the ball back.
And look at those Leeds fans at the Ruley Avenue end.
Third week in April brought two of the Super League's best sides together. Leeds Rhinos taking on St Helens for the first time in this season of Super League. Saints arrived at Headingley marginal favourites in terms of form, and probably with the bookmakers as well. Not so on the light. Leeds ran out convincing winners, 38-19, a sixth Super League try of the season for the impressive Brent Webb, and a 6-2 for the ever-impressive Danny Maguire.
Burrow at dummy half finds Ellis, and Ellis will just drive it into the Saints defence and gets to just short of the 30-metre line. Diskin at dummy half finds Burrow out for Maguire. Here's Jamie Jones-Buchanan out for Gibson, and Gibson looking to get past Long, but Tyra is there to cover the danger. Jamie Jones at dummy half looks for the short side, and Jamie Jones has got it out for Donald. Donald with a step, and Leeds are going to score. 12 and a half minutes on the clock, and Scott Donald goes in for the Rhinos. And after the touchline kick from Kevin Sinfield, Leeds will start 35 away from the Saints line. Here's Diskin out for Bailey. Diskin at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire looking for options. Maguire with a dummy, and Maguire for the line will score. 22 minutes on the clock, and vintage Danny Maguire gets the second Rhinos try of the game. Sinfield at dummy half finds Maguire out for Clinton Tupy, who's playing again at loose forward after coming in off the bench. Sinfield at dummy half finds Jamie Thackeray, and Thackeray straightens up into Leon Price and goes to ground just short of the 40. Sinfield at dummy half, the short side for Peacock, who's come on during the half-time break. Sinfield at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire with the dummy. Maguire for Burrow. Here's a chance for Burrow. Can he get round Wellens? Burrow for the line. Oh, he's just brought down a couple of metres short. Last tackle for the Rhinos. Here's Tupy, and Tupy scored. Leeds have scored 52 seconds into the second half. Webb running crossfield finds Burrow out for Maguire. Maguire doesn't have many options. Looks to put the steps on, but eventually it's wrapped up by Talau. Kylie Luluai is going off, and Gareth Ellis comes back on. Jamie Jones is coming back on as well shortly, as Senior just can't twist and get the ball out. Burrow at dummy half finds Peacock. Peacock for the line will score. 15 and a half minutes on the clock in the second half, and the Great Britain captain Jamie Peacock gets in for the Rhinos. Cunningham at dummy half finds Long, and Long rakes the kick downfield. This time it's going to bounce away from Brent Webb, who fields on the 10-metre line, and Webb looks up, looks for a gap, looks for options, but just runs in to Cunningham and Sculthorpe. Lee Smith at dummy half has found a gap. Here's Lee Smith. Lee Smith has got Webb. Here's Brent Webb for the line. Is Brent Webb's going to get there? And Leeds are going to score. 12 minutes left, and it's the New Zealand international Brent Webb who scored for the Rhinos. Cunningham at dummy half finds Price. They're queuing up here with Moore, and Moore has lost the ball. Here's Lee Smith. Here's a chance for Lee Smith in a foot race. It's Smith against Melly. Here comes Melly coming across. He's got Burrow on the inside. Smith backs himself, finds Burrow. Burrow for the icing on the cake, and Leeds have won the game. 2.5 minutes on the clock, and Rob Burrow gets the try for the Rhinos.
April ended with the Rhinos' biggest victory of the season to date at Headingley. The unfortunate recipients were the Catalan Dragons, absolutely destroyed as the Rhinos racked up a half-century. 3 more tries for you-know-who. Brent Webb taking his tally to 9 Super League tries. and he would go on to get 3 more the following weekend in that controversial Millennium Magic where Leeds again edged out the Bulls thanks to Jordan Tansey.
As Diskin goes from dummy half, turns in the tackle, gets away from a couple before he's eventually wrapped up by Bentley. Burrow at dummy half, finds Gareth Ellis. Ellis with the dummy. Ellis is in the clear, pops it inside for Sinfield for Webb, and Leeds are going to hit back. 9 minutes on the clock, and it's Brent Webb who gets the try for the Rhinos. His brother Kane played here last year before in a pre-season friendly against the Leeds Rhinos under-18s for France as well.
Yeah, interesting story. I think they were born over in New Zealand, moved over to France. They've come through the grades there, and certainly Andrew Bentley here, I'm very impressed. Good footwork before the line.
As Maguire finds Sinfield, here's a chance for the Rhinos, back to Senior, here's Maguire, and Maguire against Olivier Charles. Has Maguire got the pace? No, he's got it inside, and a second try of the night for Brent Webb. Here's Burrow, finds Luluai on the charge for the line, got the legs going, Kylie Luluai still going, can he turn his body? Ball's come out to Diskin, here's Tupi for the line, and Tupi scores! Big blow for Leeds with Danny Maguire.
Yeah, I think Danny took a knock a couple of minutes ago as the ball came free down on this side, and he's been struggling in the defensive line for a couple of minutes, probably giving him a bit of a breather at 24-4.
As Ellis takes the kick, Ellis to reach out and score! Burrow at dummy half. Look, one way goes the other for Sinfield. Here's Jamie Thackeray, and to be fair to Jamie, he looks a little tired.
Yeah, he had a very, very big stint, 30 minutes in the first half. We've probably been used to him in shorter, sharper bursts, but it was a great half an hour for him. Perhaps he's paying for it now in the second period.
As Ellis looks to find a way up through the defence, here's Webb, and Brent Webb's going to get a hat-trick. 64 minutes on the clock, and that all comes from the magic of Gareth Ellis. Sinfield at dummy half finds Thackeray, and Leeds looking to get a bit of a roll on, and he's popped it out for Webb. Here's Sinfield with the long ball for Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Clinton Tupi looking to get on the inside, but it's good cover defence on that far side. Maguire at dummy half looking for options, brings it back in field for Burrow. Burrow looking to step his way through. Burrow for the line, is going to be held up 5 metres short by Ben Harris. Sinfield at dummy half, out for Donald for the corner, and it's on the inside for Jamie Jones-Buchanan, and the try's going to be given. Oh, what a pass that was from Scott Donald.
Brilliant pass from Scott Donald. Kevin Sinfield involved as well in the move. All started off really by Jamie Thackeray, whose Mohican hairstyle makes him stand out today. He's hammered a hole down the middle, created the opportunity down the left-hand side, and Jamie Jones-Buchanan is a workhorse for Leeds week in, week out, but he comes up with tries these days as well. He's added a bit more to his game, and he's posted 4 good points for Leeds.
Here's Ellis. Leeds still deep in their own half, and Langley messing about a bit in the play of the ball as Sinfield finds Maguire. Maguire with a couple of steps, and it's opened up for Danny Maguire, and Danny Maguire's got Burrow and Webb. Here's Brent Webb for the line, and Leeds are going to get 2 in a minute, and that's all come from the magic of Danny Maguire. It's Brent Webb with a try. Sinfield at dummy half finds Burrow, out for Maguire. Maguire probing, gets it back for Ian Kirk, and he's upended just short of the 20. Sinfield at dummy half, gets it back for Ablett. Ablett turns, has the ball free. Is he going to lose it? No, he's managed to stick hold. Here's Sinfield out for Webb. Webb with a step. Webb to get away for the line. Oh, he's lost it backwards to Senior. Senior for the line, has scored. Steve Ganson's going to go upstairs. Donald look at each other before Donald picks up just in front of the goal line. Donald looking for a gap, doesn't find it, and he's taken by Ian Henderson on the 20. Smith in from dummy half, helping out the forwards. And Lee Smith being driven back in the tackle. It's Langley leading the charge. Sinfield at dummy half, finds Ablett again. In fact, that time it's Ellis. Sinfield to Thackeray, out for Webb. Leeds looking to go deep with Burrow, out for Clinton Tupi. Tupi up against Ben Harris, and Clinton Tupi pops it up for Donald. What a ball! Here's Scott Donald. He's got Brent Webb on the inside. Donald to Webb, and Webb's going to get over, and Leeds have got the first try of the second half. It's Jamie Jones-Buchanan leading the charge. Leeds suddenly 3 metres away from the line. Tansey at dummy half. Tansey back for Jamie Thackeray, who took that standing still, unfortunately. and he's going to lose a couple of metres. Kevin Sinfield's coming back into the game as well. Tansey at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire out for Ellis. Ellis for Webb. Play on. Webb has got it down. Leeds have got the benefit of this call as well.
I think they have, yeah. For the first time in the match, I think really they've had a fortuitous call. Can they take full advantage? They deserve a point out of the game, Matt. Let's be honest about it. It's been an absolute humdinger. I don't think either side deserves to lose it. And Kevin Sinfield, if he could kick this, it'd be a fitting end to the game.
Time has expired. This is the last kick of the match. This for a draw. And Kevin Sinfield is getting the bird.
What odds will he give me for it to come back off the post or a crossbar try here? Kieran O'Loughlin style.
Here is Sinfield with the kick. Kick's on its way, and it's not going to get there. Oh, it's come back off the post. It's been picked up, and Tansey scored! Tansey scored! Tansey scored! Jordan Tansey's got the ball, and Leeds have scored! Leeds have won it! Jordan Tansey! It came back off the post, and Jordan Tansey's got the ball, and Leeds have stolen it with the last play of the match. Jordan Tansey follows the kick up. Oh yeah!
And what were those odds he gave me? I said, what odds will he give me? Will the ball come back off the post? Will it come back off the crossbar? Who cares when it came back off? Jordan Tansey's in, and Leeds have won it!
The end of May saw back-to-back away dates for Tony Smith's side on Humberside. Mixed results as well. Hull FC are getting revenge for that earlier defeat at the Headingley Carnegie Stadium, running out winners against a Leeds side that just didn't fire on the night. But the writing was on the wall for Hull FC's rivals, Hull Kingston Rovers, the following week when Leeds Rhinos got back to form.
Hull KR were in the ruck, and Leeds have now got back-to-back penalties, and Keith Senior and Ian Hardman are having a little wrestle. Here's Burrow out for Webb. Webb finds Maguire. Maguire running crossfield, gets it back for Tupy. Practiced the juggling skills a bit there, did Tupy. But he goes to ground on the 10-metre line. Ablett at dummy half. Finds Sinfield with the dummy, but just runs straight into Michaeli Azu. Tansey at dummy half. Finds Burrow. Burrow gets Webb in round the back. Webb misses, and Webb looking to go on his own and through Webster, and he will go to ground 3 metres away from the line. Tansey at dummy half finds Thackeray, who took that ball standing still, and that's not really what Leeds want, and it's now Thackeray who's a metre from the line. Tansey at dummy half. Leeds have got men on this eastern side. Little kick in for Maguire, and Leeds have scored! And we just noticed the Hull KR forwards walking back and trying to suck it in.
I think I mean, I haven't checked the statistics, I'm not a stats person, but I know that whoever Leeds play, it takes it out of them the following week. We are that sort of high intensity, high tempo team. I mean, just look at Hull this week.
As Sinfield goes from the base for Tupy, and Tupy's going to score. 4 minutes on the clock in the second half, and Clinton Tupy gets the try for the Rhinos. Our colleague from Hull KR is getting a bit animated with some of these tackles as Peacock takes it in for the Rhinos.
The fish shop open.
I hope it is, I'm starving. Could do with chips after this, as Tansey at dummy half finds Maguire. There's a chance here for Leeds as Senior can't get away from Luke Dyer. Jamie Jones at dummy half finds Brent Webb, and Webb looking up. Webb's found a gap, and he's got Tansey on the inside. Webb for Tansey, and that's the ball game. Tansey on the Black Dogs. 14 minutes to go, and Jordan Tansey gets the try for the Rhinos.
Warrington Wolves were the next visitors to the Headingley Carnegie Stadium, and they were sent back across the M62 with no points at all. Leeds Rhinos really good on the night, turned it on, and impressive try scorers as well. They backed that up the following week with another victory. This another tough one over the Huddersfield Giants. Leeds were at the Gal Farm, and they run out winners 25 points to 12. And this was a point in the season that you just got the feeling that this Leeds side were capable of sending Tony Smith off with a bit of silverware.
And Lee Smith. And Leeds will start just outside the 20. Lee Smith not happy with something that's in there. Smith's flung a couple in the direction of somebody as Tupy goes from dummy half. Oh, gets the hands free again. Southstand not happy with something as Sinfield changes the direction. Finds Peacock back for Tupy. Out for Burrow. Here's Brent Webb. Webb with the dummy. Webb looking to get through, and it's Mike Wainwright or Ben Westwood it is who's just clung on. Burrow at dummy half. Leeds have got numbers here. Out for Senior, and Leeds are in. 15 minutes on the clock, and Keith Senior gets the try for the Rhinos. Webb from dummy half goes on his own, and he's met by Morley. Sinfield at dummy half finds Ryan Bailey, and Bailey will have a good old tussle with Adrian Morley tonight, and gets the ground just over halfway. Sinfield at dummy half changes the direction for Peacock, who looked to find Ian Kirk but decided to stick hold. Ryan Bailey's picked a knock up as well. Marion Jones on the way out from sideline as Burrow comes crossfield, gets it back for Jamie Jones. Buchanan, and again it's good defence. It's Westwood as Maguire goes from dummy half. Last tackle for the Rhinos. Maguire's made the break. Webb's on the inside, and Leeds are in for a second try of the afternoon. Sinfield at dummy half finds Maguire out for Burrow. Burrow short pass finds Peacock. Peacock looks to get the arm free and can't, and goes to ground on the 20 in a 3-man challenge. Webb at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire with the dummy. Long pass out for Jamie Jones Buchanan. Jamie Jones Buchanan pops it back for Senior. What a ball! Senior against Gross will score! Sinfield at dummy half finds Ellis. Ellis with the dummy. Oh, cops a big one there from Wainwright.
He certainly did. Wainwright and Morley both in the tackle. And I cannot thinking that there's maybe a chance gone begging there for Warrington. They haven't been in the Leeds 20 very often in this match, certainly in the first half. And a chance maybe gone begging. And John Clark put the ball on the floor. Really the option was to find Penny. He could have found the try line, and Leeds come again.
Leeds up the short side with Donald. Donald's got Maguire, and Danny Maguire's going to score, and that has all come from Jamie Jones Buchanan. Come out. It's been ruled. It's been stolen. It's play on its 0 tackle now as Maguire can't get away from Henry Farfili. Tansey at dummy half. The short side for Jamie Thackeray. Here is Tansey at dummy half. Finds Burrow out for Brent Webb. Webb with a dummy looking to get through the big man. Tansey at dummy half. Finds Burrow. Burrow gets it to Maguire. Maguire out for Tupy. Tupy for the corner, and Clinton Tupy's going to score for the Rhinos. 6 minutes on the clock in the second half. Webb at dummy half finds Ian Kirk, who's just sneaked back into the action. Tansey at dummy half finds Bailey back for Burrow. Burrow finds Sinfield. Sinfield pops it back for Ellis. Ellis looking to twist and get away, and it was Gleeson underneath there who clung on for dear life as Maguire finds Peacock. Leeds have got a bit of a roll on at the moment, and it's last tackle, and they're on the 20-metre line. Webb at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire will dab the ball into the gap, and again it's Kevin Penny who's there, and Penny's coughed it up to Webb, and Brent Webb's going to score for the Rhinos. Oh, what a tragedy for the young man. Senior with a step. Senior gets it back for Tansey. Tansey's got it out of the back door. Here's Donald, and it's champagne football from the Rhinos at the moment. As one of our esteemed Australian colleagues would say, razzle dazzle football from the Rhinos as Peacock takes it in, looking for the offload, but can't get it away. Leeds are 15 metres away from the line. Tansey at dummy half finds Brent Webb. Webb for Maguire with the step, looking to get away from Wainwright. Pops it back for Kirk. Ian Kirk for the line, and Ian Kirk will wrap this game up for the Rhinos. And it's been recovered by Robbie Paul. Huddersfield get a repeat set, but they're still inside their own 20. Paul Riley at dummy half goes from dummy half, and he flips it out the back door to Jamie Jones Buchanan, and that's a bad error. Huddersfield were easily beaten at Bradford last week, by far their worst performance of the season, as Senior goes from dummy half, looks to straighten up but runs into Hudson. Diskin back at dummy half, finds Burrow. Burrow out for Maguire. Leeds have got the numbers here. Here's Tupy. Tupy puts the step on, gets it out for Maguire, and Leeds have scored! 4 minutes on the clock, and Danny Maguire's gone in for the Rhinos. Jamie Jones gets over the 40, and Leeds have made easy meters on this set, and it's taken an edge for Stephen Wild and Andy Raleigh to put him to ground. disking at dummy half, looks the short side for Burrow, and Burrow kicks into midfield. This is going to set up, and it's going to bounce for Maguire, and Maguire's got bounce the ball. Danny Maguire, can he collect? He can, and it's 2 for Maguire. Here's Burrow from dummy half. Burrow looking for a gap, finds Ellis. Ellis will just stick hold, and Leeds are 8 metres away from the line. Here's Burrow, Maguire with the little kick in, looking for Tanzi, and Tanzi scored, and that's the ball game for the Rhinos. 3 minutes left on the clock, and Leeds have won this game. Here's Burrow. Sinfield from the base has put the kick in. Here we go, foot race. Scott Donald's leading it. Scott Donald's going to score. Party pace. Leeds have stolen this game. Oh, that's Scott Donald showing the pace. Oh, that's a set move we've seen before. Kevin Sinfield from the base of the scrum boots the ball downfield. It's a straight foot race. Nobody's going to get there. Scott Donald's got the cleanest pair of heels, and he touches down. And for the second time this season, the Giants concede more than 20 points in Engage Super League.
But as Leeds were just starting to think that maybe this could again be their year, Bradford Bulls arrived back at the Headingley Carnegie Stadium with a couple of wrongs to put right from earlier in the season. That agony, that controversy of Millennium Magic, and that last gaff Scott Donald try at the Grattan Stadium in Odsal. This one wasn't so close. Bradford, comfortable winners on the night. Leeds were left licking their wounds. Keith Senior said to me in the tunnel afterwards, quite a few people's backsides need kicking after this. This would be a fortnight that would really tell a lot about Leeds Rhinos' title credentials this season. Again, Leeds arrived at Knowsley Road in Saints, probably the underdogs on the night. They were anything but. It was probably the most complete performance of the season so far from Leeds. The youngster Ryan Hall, the young winger, so impressive. Rob Burrow and Danny Maguire touching down again. And Jordan Tanzi sealing a very comfortable victory in the end over Saints with an intercept try late on.
Here's Sinfield to Maguire, it's all opened up, and Maguire scored. Half an hour on the clock, and Danny Maguire's got Leeds back into the game. It was also a simple move from the scrum. There's Burrow at dummy half, finds Maguire out for Sinfield, back on the inside for Lawatiti. Here's Burrow's found a gap. Here's Rob Burrow for the line, he's going to score. 8 minutes on the clock in the second half, and Rob Burrow strikes first for the Rhinos. Burrow at dummy half, finds Sinfield out for Tanzi for Webb. Here's Senior, here's Ryan Hall, and Ryan Hall's gonna score. 72 minutes on the clock, and Ryan Hall gets the try for the Rhinos. Here's Smith out for Fozzard with the offload. Oh, and it's Jordan Tanzi's intercepted. Nobody's going to catch him, and Leeds are taking the 2 points home from Knowsley Road. 5 minutes left on the clock, and it's Jordan Tanzi who's sealed this game for the Leeds Rhinos.
Well, if the doubters were starting to emerge, then they probably crawled away after the next two games. Leeds went to the capital to take on Harlequins in a game. Well, I went through, I think, about half a can of suntan lotion on the day. It was absolutely baking. The Cornetto sales were roaring through the sky. And Leeds racked up 50 points, 54 of them in a convincing victory again over Harlequins. It was a great day in the capital, and Leeds just ran riot. Harlequins had no answers. Back Leeds came to Headingley the following week. The Rhinos' tails were up, and another 50 up. This time Salford, lowly Salford. It'd been an awful season for them, and the Rhinos just added the pain, rubbing salt in the wound and racking up another half century on another great night at Headingley.
Sinfield at dummy half, finds Thackeray, winding it up, Jamie Thackeray, and he will score! 18 minutes on the clock! Maguire at dummy half, finds Jamie Thackeray with a step, pops it out for Webb for the line, and Brent Webb will score! Here's Maguire with the step, didn't have a lot of options, pops it out the back door to Senior running crossfield, decides to straighten up, good defence again from Harlequins though. Leeds still 10 metres from the line. Webb at dummy half finds Tanzi with the little dab through, and Tanzi's collected and scored, and Leeds are going to take the lead. It's been pretty lucky there. Lawatiti, here's Bailey. Sinfield at dummy half goes on his own. Sinfield for the line, and Sinfield scored. Webb at dummy half finds Peacock looking to charge his way through the Quins defensive line. 10 from the line. Webb at dummy half finds Maguire to Ellis, and Leeds are in again. 18 minutes left on the clock, and Gareth Ellis gets the try for the Rhinos. Here's Randall out for Danny Orr. Not the best pass from Danny Orr. Mistake, foot race, Scott Donald against Danny Orr, and there's only one winner, and Scott Donald is going to go 80 yards for the Rhinos under the poles. That's the ball game as Scott Donald touches down for the Rhinos. And Leeds are going to have another pop at the Harlequins line as Sinfield finds big Kylie. Kylie Luluai still going, deserves a try, Kylie Luluai, for his efforts today. As Tanzi at dummy half finds Jamie Jones out for Maguire. Here's Brent Webb. Webb for Peacock, and Peacock's going to score. Randall at dummy half finds Danny Orr trying a little kick through again, and it's been picked up by Senior. Here's another foot race. He's giving it to Maguire. This is no contest. Danny Maguire's going to get in at the corner. Chad Randall a valiant chase, and Maguire will score. And goes to ground on the 30-metre line. Webb at dummy half finds Bailey back for Peacock, and Peacock's broken through and found Jordan Tanzi. Here's Keith Senior. Senior's got Webb on his inside. Senior for Webb, and Webb's going to get his second try, and Leeds hit the 50-point mark. Leeds getting on with it with Maguire finds Tanzi out for Gareth Ellis, and Ellis still fighting, is held 8 from the line as Tanzi at dummy half finds Peacock. Peacock straightens up. Leeds now 5 metres away from the line. Here's Diskin on his own from dummy half. Matt Diskin has got it out to Tupi. Here's Ellis out for Ryan Hall, and Ryan Hall is going to score. Leeds are on the board. Tupi at dummy half. Tupi finds Maguire out for Peacock. Peacock's got the arm free and just couldn't find Kevin Sinfield. Last tackle for the Rhinos. Diskin at dummy half, dabs a little kick through for Thackeray, and Jamie Thackeray scores for the Rhinos. Diskin at dummy half, changes the direction for Peacock. Peacock for the line, just couldn't reach out. Leeds are 2 metres away again. Diskin at dummy half for Big Kylie, and Luluai scores for the Rhinos. Salford are looking to make another change as well. Gareth Haggerty's lurking on sideline as Leeds get on with it with Sinfield. Bounces off Haggerty, back for Diskin. Here's Maguire up against Finnegan, but runs straight into Philip Luluai. Diskin at dummy half, goes to short side for Senior, and Keith Senior scored. And Clinton Tupi will feed the scrum to Sinfield. Here's the kick over the top for Danny Maguire. Maguire against Robinson. Maguire will collect, and Danny Maguire scores for the Rhinos. Sinfield dabs a little kick forward, looking for Ryan Hall, and Hall up against Barnett, looks to fend him off, turns inside for Ratu. Mike Ratu finds Maguire. Maguire jumps away from Haggerty. Long pass on the bounce for Senior. Still last tackle, back on the inside for Tupi. Here's Clinton Tupi for the corner for Donald. Oh, what a try! Scott Donald will score! Here's Ben Thaler wanting to hang on, but it's 2 footballs on the field, and Tom Saxton will go and fling one off to the ball boy. Maguire gets us underway, finds Jamie Thackeray. Thackeray's waltzed through the Salford defence, and Thackeray for 2 will score! 65 minutes on the clock. Sinfield at dummy half, looks to go on his own, pops it back for Jamie Thackeray. He wants a hat-trick, and that would bring the house down. Sinfield at dummy half finds Jamie Peacock. Peacock looks to get the arms free, does, finds Sinfield. Here's Jamie Jones. Jamie Jones turns on the gas. He's got Danny Maguire on the inside. There's the pass, there's the try, and Danny Maguire gets number 2 on the night. Jamie Thackeray's lurking in a centre position here as Maguire finds Tanzi out for Ratu, and Ratu immediately wrapped up by Richie Barnett, and Ratu still going, and Keith Senior seems to have pulled up a little bit there as Tanzi at dummy half finds Peacock. His efforts deserve a try tonight. Diskin at dummy half goes on his own back for Jamie Jones, who's held up a metre or so short. Diskin at dummy half for Lauatiti, and Big Ali gets the Rhinos to the 50-point mark.
Now it was about hitting the board running for the playoffs. Leeds had some tricky ties still as they jostled for positions at the top end of the Super League table. Hull Kingston Rovers arrived next, one of the surprise packages of the season. It just started to go off the pace a little bit, and it went with form. Leeds running out pretty comfortable winners in the end by 34 points to 16. Then another derby against the Bradford Bulls. Fireworks so far this season. This one too was a cracker. Eventually nothing between the sides. One Super League point each as it finished 16 all.
And Leeds are going to get on with it with Jamie Jones-Buchanan. And Jamie Jones still going, gets to within 8 metres of the line. Diskin at dummy half, finds Sinfield, out for Maguire looking for the runners for Peacock. And Peacock charges forward, gets to 7 metres away from the line. Maguire at dummy half, finds Sinfield with the dummy for Luluai. Sinfield still going crossfield for Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Jamie Jones has got on the outside for Donald. Donald for the line has been tricked, but scores anyway. Mark O'Neill has come off for Rovers. And here is Cook with the goal line dropout. Again, it's a bit of a daisy cutter. And Lee Smith. And here's Thackeray out of the back door for Ryan Hall. Here's Ryan Hall for the corner. Has scored. Pops it out for Lauatiti ball in one hand, going crossfield for Smith. Oh, that looked a high tackle. Ryan Bailey is the man who makes his way to sideline. Here's Ellis for the line. Ellis is going to be held up a couple of metres short. Looked a horrendous tackle that, Russ. Here's Tupi at dummy half. Ellis at dummy half finds Maguire for Sinfield for Diskin, and Matt Diskin scores. Leeds looking to make another change. Ian Kirk is patrolling sideline. Ali Lauatiti is the man who goes to sideline. Here's Senior wrapped up in a 3-man challenge, and Hull KR have visibly lifted. Salford lead at the Willows 14-12 as Maguire goes from dummy half, gets it back for Senior out for Diskin to Sinfield with the long pass for Ablett up against Dyer. Ablett's made the break. Carl Ablett, can he get away from Lovegrove? He can. He's got Tupi on his inside, and Clinton Tupi will score. Leeds have scored against the run of play. 57 minutes on the clock. Leeds will start 20 metres away from the line. Sinfield finds Maguire out for Jamie Jones-Buchanan, and Jamie Jones puts the dummy on and accepts the tackle. Maguire at dummy half, looking for Ellis back on the inside, and Ellis trying to fight himself away from Reece Lovegrove. Sinfield at dummy half finds Bailey up against O'Neill. Bailey out for Sinfield. Long ball for Donald for the corner, and Leeds have scored. Ablett at dummy half, trying to use the marker as a shield, who was offside, and gets to just short of halfway. Smith at dummy half finds Peacock, and Peacock twists in the challenge, looks to get away, had the hand free, just can't get the ball out. Here's Jamie Jones out for Thackeray straightens up, gets it back for Jamie Jones. Here's Maguire, and that's the ball game. In the last minute, Danny Maguire gets in for the try. Here's Diskin finds Maguire out for Burrow looking for options for Senior. And again, the ball movement from Leeds is a little slow. Burrow at dummy half finds Maguire with a dummy. Maguire for the line, has popped it back, and it's been held, and referee Bentham is going to give play on. It's out for James Evans, and Evans is going to get driven back in his tackle, and Phil Bentham's going to call time off, and he's going to go to the screen. And we're going to check this. It is Matt Diskin. Has he stolen that ball? This could be a penalty try. if Michael Platt's stolen this could be a penalty try. It was Sinfield with the desperate offload. That's gone backwards. Diskin juggles. Diskin's got his hands on the ball, and Michael Platt has stolen it. Now, this could be a penalty try. Richard Silverwood is the video referee. He's got his hands on the ball. It's been stolen. 2 men in the tackle. This is going to be a penalty try, and Leeds are going to be on the board. Richard Silverwood is the video referee. And it's Matt Diskin who's had the ball stolen. Here comes the decision from the referee. What is it? Penalty try, and Leeds are on the board through Matt Diskin. Thackeray. Burrow at dummy half. Finds Maguire. Pops it back for Carl Ablett. Burrow at dummy half. Finds Jamie Jones away from the first challenge. Jamie Jones of Terry Newton. Jamie Jones is still going. He's popped it out for Maguire. Maguire dabs the kick through for Donald. Donald collects, and Donald scores. Leeds are in. And he's going to go to the screen. 53 minutes on the clock. Scott Donald was a mile onside. I can tell you that from here. Here's the kick. In fact, it's not close. He's 5 metres onside, Scott Donald. Has he collected it? He's had a bit of a juggle. He's got it. He's just got the ball. Oh, he's controlled that superbly. There's the touchdown, and Leeds have scored.
With Leeds now setting their sights on just keeping hold of that second spot in Super League. It was back-to-back home games to finish the home season at the Headingley Carnegie Stadium. Tough ones these, and the first proved just as much. It was one of the most disappointing home games for the home supporters of the season so far. Thousands packed in to see Leeds completely outdone, really, outmuscled by Hull FC, losing it by 17 points to 6. Pick themselves up, Leeds had to do. Pick themselves up, they did. A terrific performance, righting that wrong of John Keir's Wakefield win of a few weeks earlier, running out with a thumping victory, 46 points to 4, several different try scorers, several exceptional tries.
For Brent Webb, how good's the chase, and Brent has come up the south stand side, and Brent Webb still going, Webb still going, he's got support in Maguire, Maguire's clear, Danny Maguire for the corner, and Leeds are going to score, 3 minutes on the clock, and it's Danny Maguire who's got the try. Burrow finds Jamie Jones, Buchanan gets just inside the Wakefield red zone as Diskin finds Maguire, pops it back for Peacock. Peacock straightens up, looks to run all over Ricky Bybee. Diskin at dummy half finds Burrow. Burrow for Sinfield, yawning gap. Sinfield for the line, and Leeds are in for the second try of the night. Last tackle for the Rhinos. Just outside the 30s, Sinfield finds Maguire, and Maguire just dabs a little kick over the top, collects the return pass, gets away from Blomeyer, and that's Danny Maguire at his absolute sublime best. 30 minutes on the clock, and Danny Maguire gets his second try of the night. Jamie Jones almost gets through, but the Leeds push just wasn't there. Last tackle for the Rhinos. Sinfield goes high. It's not the best kick he's put in tonight, and Scott Donald loses it backwards, gets it to Lauatiti. Super pass for Burrow. Burrow for the corner. He's going to score. 3 minutes on the clock in the second half, and Rob Burrow gets the try for the Rhinos. But it's all from the magic of Ali Lauatiti.
Lauatiti, fantastic there, knocked the ball down, and then everything you expect from Rob Burrows. Nice pace down that wing and over the line. Absolutely brilliant try.
Ablett at dummy half goes on his own, and that's a good run. Oh, he's popped it out as Ablett. Here's Lee Smith alive to the situation and gets that extra 10-15 metres upfield. Maguire at dummy half finds Sinfield. Sinfield dabs the little kick through, looking for Tupi. Tupi for the line, and Clinton Tupi is going to score. 48 minutes on the clock. Tansey finds Sinfield. Sinfield's pass out for Ellis. Ellis just couldn't get the return back. It's now Hull 8-4 up at the KC as Maguire finds Donald. Donald screaming down the touchline into Rob Burrow. It's going to be his second try of the night. Defence up quick. Tansey heads back into traffic, and he's trying to not be dragged into touch. last tackle for the Rhinos. Here's Maguire, dabs a little kick through. Here's Brent Webb, and Brent Webb will score for the Rhinos. 60 minutes on the clock, and Brent Webb gets in for the Rhinos.
So a thumping victory over Wakefield at Headingley ended the Leeds Rhinos regular season, the last ever regular season game under Tony Smith, and Leeds headed to Knowsley Road with their heads held high. Would it be Old Trafford at the first attempt? Would it be a real bruiser? It was a real bruiser. It wouldn't be Old Trafford at the first attempt. Leeds played a terrific game on the night, but just came up short over 80 minutes. Saints getting to the grand final at the first time of asking, running out by the narrowest of margins. Victors 10 points to 8. It would be another crack for Leeds as Wigan Warriors arrived at Headingley.
Webb at dummy half, finds Lee Smith. Wigan looking to make a change. Oh, it's popped out, went to Webb. Here's Diskin, who straightens up but can't get away from Millard. Paul Prescott about to come on for the Warriors. Here is Peacock, good run from Peacock. Peacock's in the clear, he's got Webb on his shoulder, and Webb collects, and Leeds are going to score. 15 minutes on the clock, and Brent Webb gets in for the first try of the night. It was all made by the Great Britain captain Jamie Peacock. He made the initial boost. Brent Webb was on the shoulder as normal, and he goes in for the first try of the night. Back to Bailey, it's all on. Get up, Ryan. Run, Ryan. Run, Ryan. Everybody stopped. Ryan Bailey didn't know what he was doing. Leeds have got a repeat set. Could this be just what they need? Bailey looks injured as Ian Kirk. It goes charging in. Almost breaks through the line. Quick play, the ball needed. Gets it to Sinfield. Sinfield going crossfield, looking for runners. Sinfield spots the gap. Just can't get over. Quick play of the ball. Maguire at dummy half to Lauatiti has scored. Leeds are in. 36 minutes on the clock, and Ali Lauatiti has got the try for the Rhinos. All came from getting the repeat set. Leeds took the ball into the line. Sinfield went close. Lauatiti was screaming for it. He got it from Maguire and gets in and stretches out for the try. For Lee Smith. Smith looking to get onto the outside and decides to stick hold. Maguire at dummy half finds Sinfield, again comes back to this near side, and here's Sinfield, gets it back inside for Jamie Jones. Rob Burrow's going to score. Leeds are in. 24 minutes on the clock in the second half, and Rob Burrow goes in for the Rhinos. All made by the magic of Kevin Sinfield down this near side. Oh, he's going to the screen. He's going to the screen. Screen. Oh, what's he looking for? What's he looking for? He's not looking for a possible obstruction, is he? Oh, no, that's very dodgy. And Wigan are confident this is going to be chalked off. He's checked the grounding. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Here comes the decision. Here comes the decision. Tries given. Rob Burrow scores. Diskin at dummy half finds Burrow. Out for Jamie Jones Buchanan. Here's Webb coming into the line. Out for Senior. Senior looking to get on the outside of Bailey. Burrow at dummy half finds Sinfield. Sinfield changes the direction. Here's a little kick for Webb, and this is going to be another video referee decision. It's Brent Webb who's gone over for the Rhinos. It was a kick from Sinfield. Brent Webb's got there. Doesn't look too sure. Here's Sinfield with a kick. Webb's onside. Webb's onside. That's the first thing. And what's happened from here? It's a foot race between Colburn and Webb. And that's a try. That's going to be given. Leeds are going to Old Trafford with Hyam. Flung out for O'Loughlin. Not the best pass, has gone straight into the hands of Burrow. Burrow gets away from Richards, and Rob Burrow is going to score for the Rhinos. Old Trafford, here we come. It was a wild pass from Sean O'Loughlin. It went straight into the hands of Robbie Burrow. And Leeds are going to Old Trafford. Get your tickets from the ticket office. We're going back to try and take this crown from St Helens. But Donald, it's gone over the sideline, and that's going to be it here at Headingley Carnegie Stadium. We're not going to get this scrum down, and Leeds Rhinos are going to Old Trafford after a 36-6 victory over the Wigan Warriors. Their try from Pat Richards, and he converted it as well for the Rhinos. Brent Webb, Rob Burrow with 2 tries apiece. Ali Lawatiti, 6 goals from the boot of Kevin Sinfield. 2 drop goals for good measure. That's it. We're off back to Old Trafford next week. Your picture's brought to you by Russell Callaghan. I'm Matthew Horton. We'll see you in Manchester next week. Thank you and good night.
So here we were again, gearing up for the day that commentators like myself get ready for all season and just hope we're a part of. The Leeds Rhinos players were hoping they'd be a part of it, and the Leeds Rhinos fans would again travel in number across the Pennines. It was another grand final appearance. It was a third in 4 years under Tony Smith. So far, 1 victory, 1 defeat. How would the third game pan out? Sit back and enjoy as we build up to this grand final, Leeds against St Helens. From me, George Riley. Enjoy this.
And here we go, Engage Super League Grand Final 2007. Kevin Sinfield kicks off. It's to Leon Price, and here is Jason Careless, and it's a wall of dark blue and amber that greets him. Cunningham gets into dummy half, goes on his own where he's met by Diskin from Marker and Jamie Jones Buchanan, and I believe that beard's going tomorrow if we win.
Well, let's hope so. It's a tremendous spectacle, isn't it? From a long way off you can see that beard. It's sort of Mal Meninga style, or even bigger still, caveman style from Jamie Jones Buchanan. Let's hope he plays with all that sort of raw power of a caveman tonight for the Rhinos.
Here's Wilkin for the Saints. Careless got nowhere on the last play, and he's driven into the ground by Jamie Peacock. Here's Cunningham at dummy half. Here's Fozzard's first hit of the night. Oh, Kylie Luluai.
Well, he's been cleaning out plays for a living in the last few weeks. The playoff series, his tackling has absolutely come alive, and that's the first of many tonight.
As Sean Long is on his second game in 2 months, gets away almost a 40-20 ball, bounces the wrong way. Brent Webb loses his feet. How good's the chase? It's not a bad set from Saints. First up
to the right, they were quickly across, and there was no way through.
As Wilkin finds Careless, it's about the 4th time he's hit the ball up already. Cunningham at dummy half finds Long on the last tackle. Long with a little dab through. Flannery's chasing. Brent Webb's got it, and here's the first penalty of the evening, and I think it's against Matt Diskin.
Yeah, Matt Diskin. It looks like he's probably just stepped across Sean Long. Always difficult customer when he's running at you with the ball, Sean Long. Is he going to throw the pass out? Is he going to put the chip over the top? Is he going to put the dink in? This time he's put the grubber in on the floor, and Matt Diskin, well, a little bit slow to react, and in the end just had to step across his man. Kevin Sinfield's remonstrating with Ashley Klein about the situation, but I think we might see the first 2 points of the game here.
We've just had a quick cheeky look at the screen. Unfortunately, Russ is upstairs on the gantry giving you these pictures. We're down in the press box taking this commentary, and it's Matt Diskin. He has taken Sean Long out, and they're going to go for the first 2 points of the night. This has been Saints' big problem this season, goal kicking.
Yeah, they've not had the great season, have they? Because Sean Long in the past has been sure-footed, but we'll see how he handles the pressure tonight. Leeds, obviously, and it really is an obvious thing to say, they can't afford ill discipline in a grand final after all the work they've put in this season, and you would think that Saints are probably going to make them pay.
And here is Long with the penalty attempt for St Helens. He's on the 20-metre line. He's about 21 metres in from touch on the southern side of the ground. All the Leeds fans in the east stand behind him, trying to put him off. Here is Long with the kick, and it's not even close. It's been waved away by the touch judges, and we remain scoreless here in the grand final. First time Leeds have had a good starting base as Luluai gets it from Maguire, and Luluai out of the first couple of challenges gets to just short of the 30-metre line. Diskin at dummy half finds Sinfield out for Peacock. Peacock with a step round Cunningham. He's got the arm free. Peacock still going. Super run from Jamie Peacock. Here's Diskin at dummy half. Diskin going crossfield, gets it out for Webb. Webb on for Tupy. Leeds have suddenly got an overlap, but the slide is good from Willie Talau. Lee Smith at dummy half finds Brent Webb. Here's Jamie Jones Buchanan, and Leeds now 8 metres away from the line. Diskin will get in to dummy half. Here's Maguire looking up, long pass out for Ellis. Good work from Ellis, and here's another penalty for the Rhinos. Looks like it's against Sean Long again, this time for offside.
Yep, he's been pinned by Ashley Klein, and a real opportunity now to get in front on the board, because Kevin Sinfield will take this ball back, and he'll take it to a fairly narrow angle as he's been doing all season. But let's hope that he can break this record and score in every game of the season. We're about 30 seconds away from finding out, I think.
And music's come on in the stadium, I don't know why. As looks like Roy's not well. He's got a bit of a bandage on the knee, as Roy with the kicking tee there.
Yeah, get yourself some treatment, I would have thought, Roy. But come on, Kevin, hope he can put this one over. He's had a tremendous season. While we've got the opportunity, let's talk about Kevin Sinfield. What a great leader of men he is. Tony Smith has talked about leaders in the Headingley camp. Kevin Sinfield and Jamie Peacock and Gareth Ellis are the three names that come up time after time after time. He's just been an exemplary professional, hasn't he, in the time he's been there. Hope has a fantastic testimonial as well out of it all, because he thoroughly deserves it. He's put up with some flack from people who's been messed about as far as Great Britain's concerned. It's another story. But let's just hope he can swap the two over.
Here is Sinfield, 18 metres from touch, kicks on its way, and history for Kevin Sinfield, the first Leeds player to score and play in every game in the season. It's the first points of the 2007 Engage Super League Grand Final. It's St Helens 0, Leeds Rhinos 2. Gardner gets the ball, puts it inside for Wellens. They're having all sorts of problems with the PA system here. These microphones are feeding back and clashing and cranking and everything, as Gardner wrapped up by Sinfield, Ellison Senior. Cunningham at dummy half finds Gidley, and St Helens not going anywhere at the moment. Cunningham gets into dummy half. Here's James Graham, his first touch of the game. Clinton Tupy just a little high, but gets him second time. Cunningham at dummy half finds Fozzard, and again that blue and amber wall is there to meet Nick Fozzard. Last tackle for Saints. Cunningham at dummy half finds Wilkin, and Wilkins' kick is charged down, and Kylie Luluai does a good job to get his hands onto that.
He does a great job, because it's all about being alert, isn't it? Big games, who's going to get there first, who is most switched on, who reacts the fastest, and it was Leeds.
Smith got away from the first challenge, but he's wrapped up just short of halfway. Brent Webb finds Maguire. Oh, it almost opened up for Maguire. Chris Flannery was there. Here's Burrow. Leeds have got a roll on first time tonight, and he'll play the ball on the 30-metre line to Diskin. Here's Maguire out for Sinfield. Here's Webb into the line, out for Senior. Here's Donald down the touchline, back inside for Webb. Webb round Wellens, and Webb scored! First try of the grand final, and it's Brent Webb who's gone in for the Rhinos.
Yeah, fantastic try from Brent Webb. He's comes up with his fantastic tries game after game, doesn't he? The Kiwi fullback. It all came from that mistake in midfield, the big hit. Kylie Luluai first to the ball, we said right at that moment in time, didn't we?
Here is Sinfield on his way, kicks on its way. It looks good, and the flags are up here at Old Trafford. We've got a quarter of the game in the Engage Super League Grand Final 2007. It's St Helens 0, Leeds Rhinos 8. Sean Long feisted scrum on the 10-metre line. Gardner up the short side, and that's a penalty, unfortunately. Danny Maguire it is who's been ruled, and a quick look on the screen confirms it's Maguire.
Yep, Danny just got it wrong on this occasion. It's going to allow Saints to try and relieve a bit of pressure, but they really do look like a side under pressure at the moment. There's plenty of people looking around at each other saying who's going to come forward and put in a big performance here. There's the effort's there, but at the moment they're just not quite gelling together, Saints, and that's full credit to the way that Tony Smith has got his side playing.
As Murray Farsivalu will play the ball to Roby, out for Long on for Price. Price pops it back for Long, and Long's made a break. Sean Long's in the clear. Here's Gilmore's got round Maguire, pops it out to Roby for the line. He's got away from Smith, and Roby scored. Saints are in for their first try of the afternoon, and the man who had so many doubts about the game, Sean Long, has come up with the goods.
Brilliant play from Sean Long. Brilliant try in the grand final. There can't have been many better scored in 10 years of grand finals than that try. And we were just saying that the Saints were looking around at each other saying who's going to come forward and who's going to take this game by the scruff of the neck. Longy makes the break, and then the man of steel, James Roby, is there on the end of it. They've got the men to do it, and you never feel like you're safe, do you, in a game when you're playing against St Helens.
With the conversion attempt for St Helens, kicks on its way, and no dramas with this one. The flags are up here at Old Trafford. Engage Super League 12 Grand Final 2007. It's St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 8. From the scrum finds Maguire. Webb looks to put the kick in, not the best kick, and he's forced back. It's come off the legs, and Sean Long is there, and Webb's flung it back in field, and it's gone to Lauatiti, and he's given a penalty against Sean Long, and Brent Webb's just had a little dig at Sean Long. There's a few things being said. Webb has always got plenty to say.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hot-headed character, but he plays with plenty of passion that comes through in his rugby, and Klein's now giving the penalty to Saints. And I think he's probably said that Brent Webb was held and he should have got up and played the ball, but probably Brent Webb in 70,000 Old Trafford Stadium couldn't hear the call.
Now the hooter has gone for half-time. Long with the kick. There will be another play after this. Well, there won't be, because he's not found touch, and Scott Donald just running to touch Scott Donald. Or is there some magic on here as Donald straightens up? No, runs into the tackles. That's it. Half-time here at Old Trafford. Engage Super League Grand Final. It's St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 8. Stick with us. We'll be back with the second half shortly. And the dancing girls were good at half-time as well. We always like the Harlequin Hearts as Ashley Klein kicks us off. Or Paul Wellens does. Ashley Klein blows us for time on us. Redfield's right under the post. Finds Jamie Peacock, and Peacock put up and driven back in the challenge. Here's my prediction for the day. First score, second half wins it.
I think you're probably right, yeah. Saints well capable, aren't they, of closing the game out if they edge just a few points in front. But let's not forget this. Leeds have played Saints. This is the fourth time this season now. They've won 2, they've lost 1, but they've nilled Saints on 2 previous occasions in the second half. Tonight they win the final.
They've only conceded 2 points, and that was 2 weeks ago at Old Trafford with Matty Smith's penalties. Sinfield gets out a dummy half and kicks. It's turned well, and he's spilled it backwards, and he will field about 12 metres from his own line. And what a chase from Maguire, Tupy and Peacock. Sinfield at dummy half finds Maguire. Maguire gets it out for Webb. Webb for Donald. Chance for Donald. Cuts in field, but he's taken by Gidley. Leeds fans screaming for a penalty. Senior at dummy half finds Maguire. Carl Ablett has just come on for Ian Kirk. Sinfield at dummy half finds Burrow. Out for Ellis. Ellis gets it back, misses Ablett out. Turns, pops it out to Burrow. Leeds just going crossfield, not going forward at the moment as Burrow straightens up. Burrow's got through, and he's just taken to ground by Gilmore and Wellens. 5 away from the line. Ablett at dummy half finds Sinfield. Little dab through, it's come off the foot of Careless, and Sinfield's recovered it. Klein's waved all on. Here's Lee Smith. Smith out for Lauatiti. Lauatiti's got Donald, puts the dummy on. Lauatiti for the corner, will score! Ali Lauatiti's gone in. 9 minutes on the clock in the second half. Oh!
Well, I said you could feel it at that scrum. You could just feel that something special was building from Leeds, and that was all about persistence. And they just kept coming at Saints time after time, wave after wave of attack. And Saints, well, they've had to do so much defending in this game when Leeds have had the ball and put them under pressure. Gareth Ellis and Jamie Peacock, absolute men mountains.
Here is Sinfield with the conversion attempt. Kick is on its way. It's just been pulled to the side of the post, but with 11 minutes gone in the second half here at Old Trafford. Engage Super League Grand Final. It's St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 12. As Kieran Cunningham returns for St Helens. Here's Wellens with the kickoff aiming for the post, but it's taken by Maguire. Here is Peacock. He's not left the field and still carting it up as the Leeds fans go into a rendition and marching on together. Here's Bailey. There's more Leeds fans here again, isn't there?
Well, they do seem to fill the stadium. I know, looking around to the right there, there's certainly at least a third of the stadium seems to be in blue and amber. That's got to give you a tremendous lift, and Leeds playing towards the fans at the moment as well.
Here's Senior out for Donald. Donald's going down this northern touchline. He's got Webb on the inside. Oh, he's taken. Welland's on the outside, and Donald's going to score. 2 in a minute for the Rhinos. And is this going to be the year of the Rhino?
Absolutely brilliant individual try from Scott Donald. That must be one of the greatest individual tries seen in a grand final. He's taken the ball about 10 metres inside his own half. He's shown plenty of pace. He had the support significantly on the inside from Brent Webb, who else to take the ball. But then a different player to what we would have seen last season. Scott quite write him off yet, but it's just a gut feeling I get.
Sinfield with the kick, and the flags are up here at Old Trafford. 13 minutes on the clock in the second half. Engage Super League Grand Final 2007. It's St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 18. And that noise coming from the east stand is deafening at the moment as Lauatiti takes it in. Ooh, looked like he had a little bit of a juggle there as Sinfield at dummy half finds Peacock again. He's got through a mountain of work today as Jamie Peacock. Bailey's left the field. Kylie Luluai's back on. Here's Ablett. Ablett still going. Carl Ablett still not down. Still going. Carl Ablett. He's still not held. Oh, he made an extra 10 metres after contact. What a run.
Fantastic run. And you see the crowd get to their feet to a man there and applaud Carl Ablett, one of the unsung heroes for Leeds. Talk about bench strength. Well, Leeds have got some players who may not be the biggest of names.
Here's Burrow. Burrow for the drop goal. Has kicked it. Leeds now have a 13-point gap. That surely might be amounting too much, even for St Helens. 15 minutes gone in the second half. Engage Super League Grand Final. It's St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 19.
Insults are doing to him, mate. As long as he wakes up for the last quarter of this game, and the Rhinos can see it out.
I've only got about 12 minutes left as Sinfield from the base of the scrum finds Tupi. Maguire at dummy half finds Peacock. Peacock offloads to Diskin, and Diskin does really well to get on that ball. Burrow at dummy half finds Ian Kirk. Kirk sticks the shoulder into Leon Price before Talau finishes off the tackle. Diskin at dummy half finds Jamie Jones. I can see Jones's beard disappearing tomorrow now.
It's going to be a good thing. That's going to be a good sight back at the homecoming if they manage to close out this game.
Oh, what an offload from Maguire to Sinfield, who did even well to take it, and he's got it out to Senior. Senior up against Long, but Garden there to wrap up the danger. Last tackle for the Rhinos. Here's Maguire with the crossfield kick. Here comes Lee Smith, and Smith's taking it, and Lee Smith is going to score, and that surely is the grand final. 11 minutes left, and Lee Smith gets the try for the Rhinos.
That is the grand final. Absolutely fantastic play. Maguire and Sinfield both offloading the ball in the tackle, stretching the Saints, and then a fantastic pinpoint kick from Danny Maguire. And let's not take anything away from Lee Smith. That is a pretty difficult job to do, to catch it clean, especially against a guy the size.
Here's Sinfield with the conversion, and the flags are up here at Old Trafford. Engage Super League 12 Grand Final. Though we're into the last 10 minutes. It's St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 25. Here's Burrow. Ellis from the base of the scrum. It was almost where the move started for the Danny Maguire try 3 years ago. Oh, these Leeds fans are loving it in that east stand. Here is Peacock again. What a performance. Leeds are seconds away from being Engaged Super League champions 2007. But they're just looking to run the clock off. Here is Diskin. Out for Sinfield. Drop goal. No dummy. Sinfield goes. Gets it out to Senior. Senior trying to get on the outside of Gidley, but can't. Flings it back in field. Here's Tupi. Tupi turns, rolls the ball in his hands, told to straighten up by Maguire. Toopy still looking to offload. 15 seconds left. He has got it out. Here's Jamie Jones. Jamie Jones for the line. Jamie Jones is over. And Leeds have got that cherry on the cake. Referee's gone to the big screen. We'll keep an eye on the big screen while all this is going on. Get your notebook open.
Sod the notebook, get to the bar. That was a fantastic finish to the game. I think he's going to give this, but we'll wait and see what the video referee has to say about it. But Leeds out-Saintsing Saints there. The last few minutes of the game, you'd have thought there was still only 2 points in it, the way Leeds were offloading the ball. The enthusiasm levels are just awesome tonight. I've never quite seen anything like this from Leeds. An inspirational performance, and you can watch this video all winter long.
Here's the party starting down below us. Everybody's on there. Oh, there's Ben Kay. Scrooge. There's the try given here at Old Trafford. And Jamie Jones. Sinfield kicks the goal, celebrates with Jamie Jones Buchanan. The final score is St Helens 6, Leeds Rhinos 33, and Leeds are engaged Super League champions 2007, and the party has started. We're all off back to Headingley for a few beers. John, it's been a great night, hasn't it?
It's just been a night that I will never ever forget. I hope they enjoy the celebrations. The players have done us proud, and I'm just so pleased most of all for Tony Smith. He's everything you want in a leader in sport. He's a great man, he's got a great attitude, he conducts himself really well in front of the fans and the media and the players alike, and he's just masterminded one of the most complete performances you'll ever see. Congratulations and hats off to every single one of them.
Right, that's it from me, Matthew Horton and John Dodge. Your pictures from Russell Callaghan. That's it for 2007. Wait for the end of season DVD review, that'll be out soon. World Club Challenge against the Melbourne Storm to come as well. We're off back to Headingley to get drunk. From us here at Old Trafford, it's thank you and good night.
We always knew it was going to be tough against the reigning champion St Helens, but the manner in which we won the game must have absolutely blown you away.
Yeah, there's been a lot of belief over the last few weeks, and if you'd have seen the guys' eyes and could smell it in the last couple of weeks, and really delivered tonight. There's a lot of belief there, and they've come up with it.
And the second half in particular, nilling St Helens again, a fantastic effort. When did you know that we'd won the championship?
Well, the start of the second half, we had to weather the storm a little bit, and when we got the try, straight after sort of 4 or 5 back-to-back sets, I think we sort of knew that our name was on the trophy, but we had to dig in deep, and I think it's really nice. Normally in big games, you don't get to spend the last 5 or 6 minutes really enjoying the game, but we knew it was won, and the last 5 minutes were great.
And the reception from the Leeds fan behind the post, fantastic.
Yeah, as always, thanks very much for your support. You've carried us home, and it's great playing in front of you, and it's a massive boost when we come out for the warm-up and 3/4 of the stadium's blue and amber, so delighted to be back with our trophy, and we hope it means as much to you as it does to us.
And Kev, you lifted that trophy back in 2004. How sweet was this one?
Yeah, very sweet. Probably a little bit sweeter than last time, actually. I think to beat a champion side like Saints, who've been the top side over the last 2 years, and we've had some great meetings as well leading into the game, and talked about a lot of things that meant a lot to us and a lot of emotion. But it certainly was great. Obviously, with Tony leaving, it was nice to send him in the right way. And there's a lot of other motivational things that played a part, but we proved some people wrong again, and hopefully we can keep doing that.
And Kev, I know your grand final winners ring back in 2004 had a very special place. Any plans for this one?
Yeah, there is actually. The last one went to my little boy, who was about 3 weeks old in 2004. We've got another little boy on the way, he's due in February, so he's got his little ring ready now.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your captain, Kevin Sinfield. And now, while your hands are still warm, a round of applause for head coach Tony Smith. Tony, every good story should have a good start and a good end. It's exactly what you've done.
Yeah, it has been at this place. You know, I'm very, very proud, and I was the first moment that you know, I started coaching at this great club, and to finish off and sign off in this way is a dream come true. But you know, I'm just so proud of the players, and I'm really pleased for them because they've worked so hard. And you know, this year, as Kevin's talked about there, we've had some ups and downs, and you know, this has undoubtedly been the hardest Super League competition so far. So when you're actually champions in the hardest competition so far, you are the champions, and they deserve it. Well done.
Tony, a fantastic team effort, everyone involved, great performances right across the side.
Yeah, it was. You know, we had some great leadership from our big people up front and our little people in behind them, and then, you know, the people in between were great too. So, okay. Honestly, everybody played their part, and as Kevin alluded to there was many reasons that we all wanted to win, and some of them are in front of us here now. Some of it's because there's a bond that will always be there for the players that play together in a winning grand final. I've just got off the phone to one of our old favourites in Marcus By, who's just rung to share in with our celebrations, and you know, that's the sort of club we've got as well. It's, you know, I've said it before at this place. Once you're part of the family, you're always part of the family, and that's the way it should be. And you know, I always feel part of this family as well.
It is a special club, Tony, with special fans. You could tell that you were soaking it all up at the end of the game, looking at the fans and taking it all in.
Yeah, it was a moment to savour, and you know, many memories came about. You know, I'm just grateful for the privilege of working with these guys, and you know, meeting so many great people here, and making many friendships, and you know, I'm really moved by particularly all the, you know, I'm going to say it again, all the loyal supporters, the ones that come up and say good day when you've had a bad day. You know, they're the ones. You know, they're the ones that I really think. You know, the other slaps on the back, well, they're nice, you know, but it's the ones that are there on the day when things don't go so well. And I remember all those, so thank you.
And no doubt you'll enjoy tonight, Tony, but the next job comes up after that, and there'll no doubt be a few rhinos in your Great Britain side.
Yeah, I don't want to be too biased, but yes, yeah, really. You know, I hope there's a whole heap of them. You know, and I think they deserve it. There's quite a few that deserve it, and they're at the top of their game, and you know, playing really well for the club, and I know they'll do a great job for the country, and you know, I'm looking forward to working with these players again. You know, I'll keep those friendships that I've made with all the players, and I think Toops and Ali are up against us next week, so we're going to smash them. But aside from that, no, I'm going to be about this place for a long time to come yet, and coming to games and tapping along to all the songs that the South Standers sing, and you know, I'll still be very close by, and hopefully working very closely with these guys again in the future.
And finally, Tony, 4 wonderful years, 3 grand finals in those 4 years. What will be your overriding memory of your time here at Headingley Carnegie?
too hard for me to think of anything past tonight. You know, tonight's just a great way to finish off, and you know, I feel closer to this group of players than I have all the other 4 years. I've got some great memories over the other 4, but right at the moment, you know, this group of players are probably the best people that I've worked with so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the greatest ever Leeds coach. Don't do it a bit easier to spot than Rob. Well, savour it while it's here. The beard is short-lived now. You know, it's having its last night out tonight. Jonesy, you must be delighted with the win, but looking forward to a shave.
Oh, definitely, mate. It set out as a bit of testamental toughness for me, and it stuck it out right till the end of the season, and it couldn't have got a better finish. You know, I managed to sneak over with 4 seconds to go, and I'm buzzing a bit for that. But it's got to come off tomorrow. I'm going to try and raise some money for charity and for Stanley. I've got all my Stanley boys who won today as well to come up and sell some raffle tickets. So the winner of whoever buys the raffle tickets, the winner of it is going to get to come up and shave it. So if you all get yourself down tomorrow, put some money into charity, and you might even get to take it off. You never know.
And Josie, you're one of the Leeds lads who are in the side. Many Leeds lads are in the side. How much does it mean to you to lift that trophy?
This year was probably the biggest because this is the one where I've been most integral in the side. I've played 28 full rounds and I've played every game this year. So and it's the toughest league. It really has been a tough league. We're not just saying it. It really has. And to finish off with that sort of thing against St Helens is absolutely unbelievable. I've had a great era under Tony Smith, the Noise. Wherever I go in life, you know, I'll always come back to him, and because he's given me some great opportunities, and without him I maybe might not have got that. And I've got a bit of a tribute to Tony Smith tomorrow at Yorkshire Sport. I'm lucky to have a little bit of a column, so everybody buy the Yorkshire Sport tomorrow and have a look at that as well.
And Josie, many of your friends and family would have been in the crowd tonight, a big contingent of Jonesy followers. Fantastic to see all the crowd there at Old Trafford, an incredible atmosphere.
Absolutely brilliant. A bit like Kev, you know, I've got 2 rings now, and I've got a baby due next week. And unfortunately my missus couldn't come tonight because she's due in 7 days. And I said to her, look, there's no way I can afford to have a baby born in Lancashire, so you better but stay home. So yeah, obviously they want them. When I get home, I'll give my little lad a big kiss. I've missed him. I look forward to having a new baby with my mum, and the rest of my family's been here, and you know, I love them to bits, and this is what it's all about. You know, I love it. I love playing for Leeds. I'm a Leeds lad, that I know I always will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. One of the most passionate Leeds Rhinos players there ever will be, Jamie Jones Buchanan. Rob, can you sum up your feelings?
No, it's hard to put into words. I'm sure people's already said that, but it's a feeling you just can't understand. It's obviously the guys probably saw it on the pitch how much it meant to us all, but when you go back to December, January, when you started, Phil, and all the hard work and all the blood you pour in training and the sweat, it all boils down to working hard for today, and that is all part of it, and that's what it's all about, like things like today.
And the second half performance in particular, nilling Saints again to win and go on and score those 4 tries. What was said at half time that really kicked the side on?
Well, not much really. We knew that we were pretty much, apart from their try when they broke free, they weren't in the game. We were dominating, and we knew that if we picked the intensity up just a little bit, then we would beat them quite easily, and we knew we had confidence in us to do that. So, you know, all credit to the forwards. I thought they were all fantastic tonight. They absolutely battered them. I'm just glad they're on our side.
And Rob, obviously this brings down the curtain on Tony Smith's reign as head coach of the Rhinos. Can you sum up how much he's meant to this group of players?
Absolutely everything. You know, I know every individual who's been under Tony for either 4 years or just 1 year has come on leaps and bounds. Speaking for me personally, you know, I owe everything to him in my career. You know, when he came to this club every year, I've gained from him, and I'm so thankful to him, and I'm just so happy that the lads could send him out on a high, and and be the best Leeds coach ever.
But hopefully it won't be the last time he coaches you.
Well, that'd be great. I'm going to enjoy tonight, Phil, and tomorrow and then Monday. So it will be great. But like I say, we'll focus on tonight, and whatever happens, that is a bonus.
Well, Rob, I'll finally leave it to you to start the party.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If he has to go to Rob Burrow. Thank you very much. The players on.
Well, it's 3 years since to the day since we were in this very room celebrating the last championship. Here we are again, and what a day!
A marvellous day, when one looks back over the history of the club, you have very special days, and this is certainly one of them. A remarkable day for the club, a great day, because not only was it a win in a major final, but it was the quality of the win. And many people in the press conference, and people like Harry Jepson and Joe Wareham, who have been involved in the club for up to 70 years, are talking about this as the best ever Leeds win in a major cup final. And that's a remarkable acknowledgement and testimony to what's been a terrific achievement.
It's been an achievement off the field as well, with the attendances this season, and now it's again looking to push into next year, and of course the first challenge up could be the Melbourne Storm.
Yes, it's been a remarkable year, terrific year for the club in so many ways, both on and off the field. We just continue to look to improve in any way that we can. But now to be looking forward to 2008 as the Super League champions, and with a shot at the world title. And that's the Carnegie World Club Challenge, which we'd like it to be in Leeds. And to take on the Melbourne Storm would be the ultimate challenge. And that'll be a great occasion for everybody involved, not only in Leeds Rhinos, but in the city of Leeds.
I wouldn't say no to a trip to Melbourne, though.
No, and I wouldn't either, but before that we've got what promises to be a marvellous trip to Florida to take on the South Sydney Roosters, Rabbitohs. That'll be a great event in itself. We'd like the Melbourne Storm to be here in Leeds. It's a world title tilt. We want it to be in Leeds. We want the whole city to get behind us, and we want to bring it home for the people, not only of Leeds Rhinos, but of the city.
And of course there were 35,000 plus there last time against Canterbury.
Well, we'd like to fill Elland Road. That would be our ideal. If it's not Elland Road, then we'd like it to be Headingley. But wherever, we want it to be full.
Gary, it's been a great season. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Matthew.
Don't put your beer down. Phil Kaplan, it's a rare sight to see you with beer in your hand, but it's well worth it tonight, isn't it?
I think the end justifies the means. If you can't have a drink on the back of that, you're not alive, to be honest.
What a performance on the night, and to beat a team like that in such a manner on the biggest stage of the lot.
Thinking about that on the way home from Old Trafford, and you can't really compare teams and eras, and history says different things, but I honestly think you couldn't make a better case to say that is the greatest ever performance by a Leeds team. It's in a final, it's for silverware, it's against one of the great teams of the modern era who were unbeaten in their previous 6 finals, and to put them away so comprehensively in the second half and always play the standard and style of rugby that Leeds is renowned for. We've witnessed the greatest performance by a Leeds team tonight.
And you've seen plenty of them, haven't you?
You've just made me feel even older. I felt about 112 at half time, I have to say. It was everything we said it would be. It was close, it was difficult to pick a winner, but to sit back in the second half and just enjoy the skill, the camaraderie, the desire, the defence, the glorious tries, it just makes you young again.
Fancy a trip to Melbourne?
I'd love to go to Melbourne. I think Melbourne will be coming over here. I just think that we have to probably put a full stop in this era and rule a line under the Tony Smith days, and there's just some amazing landmarks set today. Kevin Sinfield, the first player in the club's long history to play and score in every game. Kevin Sinfield, the first Leeds captain ever to pick up a championship twice. Tony Smith, now arguably the greatest coach Leeds have ever had, because he's won the championship twice. Only 4 players before tonight had won 2 championship medals wearing the Leeds colours, and about another 5 or 6 have done it. This has been a truly historic day for the club.
Phil, enjoy the rest of your evening. I look forward to your company in 2008.
I'd say Brian McLennan must have mixed feelings tonight. He's got a very, very hard act to follow because this is a sensational team, but on the upside, he inherits every one of them, and we're just privileged to watch them week in, week out.
taking my bows, my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all. But it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends.
I'm keen to win as much silverware as the next coach, and probably I think keener in a whole lot of ways. I'll work very hard to fulfil those expectations, and that's my commitment.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? You said that you'd never been, but all the things that you've seen will slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my bed, 'cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime's in bloom. I stand up beside the fireplace, take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by.
Of 2004 to Tony Smith this point.
Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. At least not today.
We've heard all the anecdotes that Tony Smith, the best coach that Leeds have had ever. You know, what a wonderful accolade that is. What a wonderful position for you to be in, to come in on the back of that wonderful season of success and a great sort of 3-4 years. But that's gone now. Times change, things carry on. Where do you see Leeds in the future?
Well, I think it's just imperative that we keep searching for improvement in every game and throughout the year. And you know, if you can improve on what the team did last year and the year before that and the year before that, it's going to give us a chance of continuing to get some success. So that's the main role for myself, is to work diligently with the staff and to search for ways of improving in every aspect of the game.
Everybody who's done the job at Leeds, Brian, has always commented on the fans here at Leeds, that they are something special. Now you've got to savour that yet, I suppose, on the pitch. But what sort of memories or what sort of information have you had to you say that, look, these fans play part of this team in a big way?
Oh, I've heard that from everyone I speak to, the players, the staff, that everyone's really appreciative of how the fans get in behind the team, and that's part and parcel of Leeds. The fans love their team and they wish all the best for them, and they prove that by getting in and supporting them. So they're more supporters than they are spectators. Spectators just watch, support, get in and make it be known that they're a Leeds person. And so that's the type of fans we want, and and I think that it's so important to make sure we play the right style of football so that our supporters are proud. Well, I think this has been outstanding work done by the club. I think the infrastructure of this club is second to none. I think it's the best club in the world in that respect. When you look through the juniors coming through and the structure of the administration, and I think that led superbly by Gary Hetherington and right through the staff and Tony over the last 4 years, and everyone plays a part. And one of the things that has struck me since being here is the quality of the people, and there's something I strongly believe in. If you look at any club and any good culture in a club, it's always about the people. You've got to pick the right people first. So I think, and that's the strength of this club is the people. You've got to coach the person first to be a good person, you know, and you know, good people make good rugby players, and it's important that we teach them the right values and, you know, the morals, and you know, so that they have good character, and if they have good character, they're going to become good footballers.
Okay, and just finally, Brian, what's Brian McClellan bringing to Leeds? Welcome aboard. We've done all that. What can the fans expect in the Brian McClellan era?
Honesty, integrity, ambition, very determined to continue with the great work that's been done with Leeds. I want to make sure that the players finish, you know, when they do finish their careers in a blue and amber jersey, that they feel real proud that they've done all they can to be the best player they can for the Leeds Rugby Club.
I'm sure they'll be singing. There'll be a song for you very soon in the South Stand, Brian, and look forward to it, mate, because those guys, they applaud you when you're doing well, and like Tony said, they'll applaud you when you don't do that well, because the supporters, they're on your side, and I'm sure they'll back you all the way to the bank, mate.
Thank you very much, and can I just say how proud I am to be part of the Blue and Amber Army, so I really want to do well for the club.